In three, two, one. Welcome back to another episode of Matter of Fact. I'm here with Rob, per usual, and today, we wanted to talk about something serious. Something that a lot of people play around with in society, and that's how attractive they are. You feel me? If you went out on the street right now,
You know,
you know, let's say we went to Molly's or Platinum Plus, whatever club there is. You ask the lady standing in line to get in what their rate was. What do you think the average would be?
what they would rate me or
Not what they would say
of themselves. Girls, 10.
10?
10. They're all 10s.
Do you think they all gonna say 10?
Especially if they're drinking and they're in a group, they're all 10s. If they're drinking in a group, they're definitely all 10s. Most of the time. What do you think?
I think some bitches say they like 9s.
9s or 10s.
9.5.
They ain't go below 8. No.
Yeah, nah, yeah, probably not. But what would you rate yourself?
Myself, I'll go with at least 6.
6?
Above average.
6?
I think that's fair. Above average.
Is you going just off looks or
Just
or overall like character and stuff included in that?
that was mostly just going on for looks.
Off look.
Off of 6, I think you're above average.
Our word 6. Word.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. That's good though. That's above average. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. What do you say?
You think chicks would rate you a 6?
I have no idea.
Probably. We should go out.
Probably. Girls
Hey.
are nasty. I'll probably be a fucking 4.
If this video get 100 likes, me and Rob will go out to the club, live action vlog, and ask the chicks this question: what they rate him and what they rate me. See if we're right.
Girls are mean. I'd probably be like a 4. Mean, bro. They be mean.
Nah, I think they give you 6. I think they give you 6.
That's all I'm looking for. I'm not even shooting high.
Above
Average. You know what I mean? I'm not like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, I think it depends what I'm wearing.
There you go.
Depends if I got a cut, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm looking presentable, I'm not like Rachel Zegler walking a dog. If I'm looking presentable, I think, I could get 6.5, 7, 7.5. On a real good day, 8, but my stomach there right now, so we gonna stay at like 6.5, 7-ish right now. Cause I don't got a cut either. But on a good day, I could be like a 7.5.
It's tough. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of tell. What are the girls doing?
Yeah. Let's see.
Check the boxes. I don't know.
This video is called "How Attractive" by Ho Math, and he's gonna tell us
Break it down.
how attractive we are.
Let's hear it.
How do I know how attractive I am? It's the number one question we get since starting the
6 and
channel.
4. Those are the
We
numbers.
use 2 rules to find out. But
I didn't
first,
even
let
know
me
that
explain.
shit. That's funny.
This is my how attractive diagram. It's new. I included a guy and a girl evaluating themselves and each other according to the standard female delusion chart. It's based on examples of relationships and the power dynamics that structure them, so you can get a sense of how people assess their own value and trade it with others. Basically, what is this person giving to their partner or target partner, and what are they getting in return? This is what I think we should all be shooting for, perfect 50-50, and also admitting that we are average. I included the attractiveness bell curve with the not people zone built in. That is why most guys don't get attention. That's why there's a second average here. That's Ryan Gosling.
Bro, I tried to kind of break this down to chicks while I was in college, and I'm like, y'all don't understand. Like when y'all say niggas aren't shit, y'all are looking like if there was a room with 60 niggas in there, y'all are looking at about 4 to 12 of those niggas, and they're like, man, none of them niggas are shit. Ignoring all the other niggas standing right beside you that you done said hey to, they are not people. They're the not people zone. So yeah, that's a fact.
Average of the men that count as people. I included the ways that we evaluate each other. There are things that everyone likes or doesn't like. There are things that people usually like and don't like. And then there are personal preferences and then a reminder of how to use them. And finally, a reminder that not everyone has the same opinion. I've gotten this from up here, and I have gotten this from down here. I depicted a variety of relationships. This is an Elon Musk, Andrew Tate type situation. He has a lot of money and power, and so he doesn't have to put in much effort. Here's an example from an old video I made. She doesn't want none of that unless you're attractive. She says, "Don't catcall me unless you're a 7, by which she means 9. This is a relationship I was in. That is a picture of me when I was good. I spent some time with somebody who I liked, but there was a large attractiveness difference, and so she tolerated a lot from me. Here again is what most people are shooting for, on the same level, each putting in half. Here's another example from my TikTok. He was in a relationship with someone who wasn't putting in anything. As you can see, it does not matter how hard he works, she wasn't ever going to change. And finally, at the bottom, I have a reminder that it doesn't always have to be 50-50. As long as everyone is happy with the situation, somebody who is maybe of a little lower value can put in more, and someone else of a little higher value can put in less. And it can work out. You can do something like this if you're okay with it. And if you're not okay with doing something like this, then you have to just not do it anymore. So basically, this would be what someone perceives about their value and then how much work they're willing to put in for what they perceive about their partner's value. Sometimes people will say something like, I know a guy who's a 2 who has a girl that's a 9, and that's not true. It's just that she perceives something in him that equalizes the value transfer. So people don't have a value. They have a perceived value, and everyone perceives it differently, and how attractive you are is the average of how you are perceived.
So that's one thing we were talking about, just based on like your physical appearance, but that's not the facts of it. It's you can be ugly as fuck if you got bread. Oh, okay,
Elon mad.
Like Elon's mad ugly.
That nigga's man crazy.
It don't matter. He's smart too.
He be texting bitches like, "I'm gonna put a baby in you," and he mean like turkey base.
I ain't gonna fuck
a baby in that bitch. She don't even fuck
weird,
with this
weird shit. Like, yeah, I'll do it. But
you want one of my babies?
They say that girls be in like Dubai getting like pooped on by camels and shit just for rich people. So like, if you got enough money, she's down for it.
If you was a chick, you got that call. Come to Dubai.
No, I would.
$75K. You let the camel poop on you one time.
One camel turd, just one turd.
Just one turd.
Just one turd.
75 bands. Just one turd.
Tommy's down. One turd hit him up.
You wanna do it? One turd, nigga. Nobody ever know. Nobody ever know.
There's too many girls that live that life.
You come back like, how you get all that? How you get the new car? The new.
I know nothing about camel turds.
I won the lottery, man. Yeah. Let's know in the comments. One turd.
One camel turd in Dubai. What would you do? How much would it take? 75K.
Yeah, how much would it take?
75K.
How much would it take for you?
One camel turd in Dubai. Man, you gotta give me at least $1 million. At least
you for $1 million?
For a turd. I'm retired off that turd. I'll be there.
Shit. That's mad funny. So you want to do it for $750K?
I have to do the math. But I know $1 million.
All week is fun.
I'm good.
I once said that I know where I am with women, but not with each woman. I've gotten, again, a variety of responses. And that can make it hard to tell where you are, and that's why you have to pay attention to feedback. When I started getting in shape, I noticed that more women would smile at me, and they would pretend to be helpless, so I would do things for them, and then they would look at me on the street. And I never made it up here, but some people do. So I think I'm here right now because these things have calmed down for me. So I was here when I was young, and then I put in effort, and everything changed. And then, time. Some women still like me a lot, but they have to get to know me first, which equalizes attraction. So that's feedback. For men, anyway. For women, it's different. But you have to pay attention to the feedback you get, and then look at what kind of person you're getting it from to know where you are. And yes, nothing is a kind of feedback, so if you're getting nothing, that is an answer. But there are things you can do about that. You can self-improve, And you can get to know people. A lot of guys just go after strange women forever, and they're like, why is it not working? It's because you're here when they don't know you, and you're here when they do know you. So once you get your feedback, identify who you're getting it from. When I got these looks on the street, they were from women in this range, which fits this model. And when I asked women for a number, they told me 8. It all kind of fit together. Let's talk about why this is difficult. Talking about attraction is emotional. Some people just don't see the feedback. Some people don't want to admit that they're average, and some people are just delusional. You can say you're a 10 until you believe it, but you cannot say you're a 10 until I believe it. Scale of 1 to 10. Fucking 10. In the early days of my channel, a month ago, I gave a lot of women ratings. They got a lot of views, especially when I was mean. Women volunteered to be complimented and insulted. It makes you look like a whore. I got reported for gender-based violence and bullying, even though they volunteered.
That's funny.
This guy thought 10 was too high for a literal model. Here's what he looks like. So people see the world a little bit distorted. That's why I made this.
Ryan Gosling being attractive is Hollywood propaganda.
She then says that he's average, by which she means this. I found a bunch of videos like this.
For every one decent-looking man, there's like 50 hot girls. Like, it's ridiculous.
Are you wanting to hear? It's disgusting.
I try to get around these distortions, but not everyone will. That's why you need this. Some people say attraction is subjective, but there are some things we all like or don't like, and some things we usually like or don't like, so it's only part subjective. And the way people perceive you is not all about looks, it's about many things, which is also sometimes very personal. For example, you would not believe this, but some people do not want an angry mommy girlfriend. That's Alex Pierce. She's known for her angry ranting. Some people love it. She's very polarizing. That would be a personal preference in personality. Also, different people value different things differently. I would rather have a 10 here and a 5 here than the other way around. So, judge by universal and usual preferences and not personal ones.
What's more important, looks or personality?
Definitely personality, obviously. Yeah.
So let's say it's 10-5.
Die, but
You wanna-
10-5?
Yeah, 10-5. Like, which one? Is he 1
It
to 10?
depends what your idea of a 5 is. So, you know what I mean?
Like a 5 personality is an average
So-
personality. A 5 looks is an average look.
So that's, as men, like, we're willing to compromise on that. You know what I mean? That's good enough. You know what I mean? Women aren't like that as much. So guys, it's like, okay. But like, because it's more about the personality. It's just chick with me. And that's one thing I've read in different circles where they say, you know, find a girl that likes you more than you like her. You know, because that's a real ride or die girl, and that's going to be a good relationship. Otherwise, if it's not the other way around, you like her more than she likes you, she will be out. In them streets. Yeah. So, I don't know. I in time, I felt like, you know what, that's probably true.
It probably is.
There you go. Facts.
Yeah, but so you're saying that you'd rather have a 5 looks, 10 personality?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's know in the comments what y'all would pick.
Definitely more 6'10", but
Include everybody in the world.
we're back.
in
2
that age
6s,
group,
alright?
and
Yeah.
include everything you know about them to get their total value. That's how to judge fairly, but not everyone will do that. So you have to remember how this works and then look for your feedback. Let's do guys first. I said I used to get looks from women on the street when I was up here. That's rule number 1 for guys. If you're getting attention from women who don't know you, you're doing good. That's why very few men get all the attention on dating apps, because very few men look good to women right away. Familiarity evens things out, so if you know her pretty well and it's not working, she probably sees you as down here. And you should either adjust your expectations or work on yourself. And you should work on yourself. I went from here to here and it changed everything. Guys down here tend to think that women are just difficult, but if you make it past this line, you get to be difficult, and I recommend it. This is a real thing someone said to me. I was basically staying at her place, drinking all her wine, hitting on her friends, and she was like, I can't get rid of you. It's a good thing you're so good. I don't actually recommend treating people this way. I'm just saying you can be valued. I will show you how to work on yourself in a video called Self Maximize coming up. Basically, do this first, find out who likes it, do this next, and try to end up here. Okay, now let's do women. Men have to know when they are here, and women have to know when they are here. I just told men that if you're getting attention from women that you don't know, then you're doing pretty well. Some women think this is true about them too. It is not. This girl is bragging that 108 people are interested in her. She probably thinks they all feel this way. They don't. A lot of men, including me, will give attention to women who we judge as being anywhere from here to here. If I think you're a 4, I probably wouldn't put you higher than here, but I might put you here. You have to know who feels this way about you and who doesn't, and this is how you know. You can't listen to what they say. They'll say anything. You cannot pick who you like and make him keep you. We do not work that way.
Well, I feel like this video is more, useful for women than men almost.
I feel it's equal. Like he's talking to men there, and it's facts. Like a lot of people, like you gotta understand this is a hard truth. If you're down here at the bottom, this is why, and like you don't even exist half the time. Like facts.
Do you think a lot of dudes understand that? Or no?
I
don't think so.
No, I don't think they do. I mean, the more I realize people lack a lot of self awareness and just overall intelligence and things like that. So they probably don't realize those sort of things. And they think like, oh yeah, I'm great. It's like, well, I mean, women's looking for the top of the line. No 4s, you don't exist.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You said you don't exist till at least a 7 or an 8.
That's a fact. Maybe 6.5.
Unless you get to know them, and then it evens out, and then you could become that, with the personality. But straight off the bat, looks alone, you gotta be top tier to gather her attention.
Let us know in the comments if you got Tinder or anything, and if you be getting likes.
Cars are flashing.
You have to find out who wants to keep you and pick your favorite one. If you start with this, then you're not filtering out the guys who will make you end up here. Your level is the best guy who will commit, not the best one in your inbox. A lot of women hate that advice. They say, I'm not going to settle for less. And that's okay as long as you realize that if you're aiming too high, you might end up alone or with a guy who's got 5 other girls. All I'm saying is you don't want to be her, and you cannot be her just by saying you are. Other people have to agree. That's why we used to have marriage. It was proof of commitment and not just saying it. So you can tell who likes you by how much he's investing in you. That's time, money, energy, commitment. How much does he want to have a public relationship? How much does he want to show you off? How fast does he give up other women for you? If he's not giving you those things, he probably won't. So for men, you're looking at what kind of woman is giving you signs of attraction. Being nice is never going to change that. And for women, you're looking at what kind of man is giving you signs of commitment. And more attraction to him is never going to change that. I think we all know these things on some level, but we just don't want to be honest with ourselves. We don't want to admit where we are. But if you do, that's going to get you the best result. This is what most of us should be looking for. So here's those 2 rules I promised you. Number 1, you know how much someone likes you from the energy you get minus the energy you give. Don't expect that to change. And number 2, you know how attractive you are by looking at what kind of person gives you about the same as what they take. So don't give people energy that they don't give back, and then pick from whoever is left. If you enjoyed this video, there's about 1 million ways to support me on my Linktree.
Yeah, so
Keep it simple.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the guy. I think that was, one of the most more intelligent people we listened to today. But yeah, let us know what y'all think in the comments. Let us know how attractive y'all are. If you rated yourself too high or too low before watching the vid, whatever. Yeah, let us know down below. You got any last words for the people?
Just like, subscribe, appreciate it. Let us know where you're at. Catch you on the next one.
Yeah. Peace.